a lot of influencers now who have all the power and all the figgy pudding. I would say this to anybody right now watching. Now is the time for us to be reasonable to one another and to treat each other with respect. All right. But I'm never going to get what I want. And I don't think my words will ever reach anyone of this influence. But Hasan Piker didn't do himself any favors by speaking out. He sure as hell didn't.
No, we gotta,
This is on the 9th of September of this year. There's Nick Fuentes and Hasan Piker. Listen carefully.
The moment is clear. You gotta sick like the ACP guys on him. Okay, that's it. You gotta get one of those like Has al Dink type motherfuckers to just like eat his ass alive, you know?
Jesus Christ, Hasan. You shouldn't have said that on the 9th because yesterday was definitely a no bueno.
Let him fight. Whatever the fuck his name is. What is it? The Albanian dude. Lots of Twitter randos calling for violence against you. Stay safe, bud. I know, man. What else is new? You know?
Now, look, I've been seeing a lot of influencers being afraid, a lot of people with larger platforms being afraid. You know, I mean, I had one person say, Kit, please be careful. Look, I'm nobody. I'm definitely a nobody. I am a nobody. Sorry, folks. The great Mad King Kit is a zero, not a hero, okay? But seriously, Hasan, don't make this about you, man.
This is every day. Every day of my life. Okay? Every day of my life for the past 10 years. It is what it is. It's been happening. And it'll, dude, people will be like, oh, dude, there is a there are people who are wishing death upon you all over the internet. Like, I know. Of course people fucking wish death upon me. What do you mean? If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
Jesus Christ. You know, one day Hasan's really going to get a, you know, I mean, right now he is so protected by Twitch. It's incredible. You know, again, it's incredible. It really impresses me. I also want to pull up this tweet here. This is from Legal Mindset because, again, you know, you have a lot of people on social media and Reddit. There's a lot of unhinged people out there. Reddit continue to ignore calls to and celebration of violence on their platforms, moves all plausible negligent to knowingly and willfully ignored. If the suspect ends up being active on this or similar forums, discovery will be interesting. All right. Here's something on Reddit. Stop reporting this. It's staying up unless Reddit takes it down, but it doesn't violate our rules at all. You can also stop reporting my comment. Also, if you see a fascist in the comments that our bot hasn't got, please report them. This has to deal with Charlie Kirk being shot. Okay. And of course, you have everyone in here saying we won, he died. And and guess who's going to talk about it? A lot of influencers, a lot of people on social media. And when I see people who do type this, say, "Oh, I'm so happy he's dead. Oh, I'm so happy that he's gone." This is the great sickness that's out there. People having parasocial relations on social media with somebody that they'll never know. I never knew Charlie Kirk, but you know, as soon as I got the word that he died from one of my viewers private messaged me on Discord and said, "Hey, dude, it happened." And to the person who did that, thank you for informing me so I could do a quick video response about it. But at the same time as well, I was like, oh, God, this is terrible. And I see this stuff like this to where you have the knee-jerk reaction of a lot of people on social media. The quick reaction. I also want to pull up this is from Asmongold.
And giving this asymmetrical, in my opinion, advantage to left-wing people to fully and with complete freedom practice genuine terrorism on a daily basis and then, you know, congratulate each other.
And again, I want to be clear on this too, because people are pointing this out in the chat here. We don't know the political ideology of this person yet. Until this suspect's been arrested, we don't know where they stand politically. I know everyone's saying, oh, it's somebody who's liberal, someone who's left. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know if it's a foreign agent or not. Okay. There's a lot of speculation here, which is why I'm encouraging people who are protesting or holding vigils or doing counter protests. Please don't be stupid and fight one another, because we don't know yet. So if you don't know where this person who did this horrific crime to Charlie Kirk, where they stand, we don't know. We can't be attacking each other based on false information. Everybody be reasonable here.
About how moral and how good they are for doing it, because something bad that happened in Palestine, or something bad that Donald Trump did 3 years ago. This is just simply a response. This is what's going to happen. And so, and I think that that's probably what it's going to take for these left-wing people to realize what a bad idea what they've been doing is. Because until it starts happening to them, until they start having people that are their friends, or their like icons that they look up to, the same way people looked up to Charlie Kirk, until they start seeing those people get killed, I don't think it's really going to be real for them. And unfortunately, I think that's the path that we're headed down, because of the government and social media companies and every other seemingly governmental apparatus that has just completely hand-waved this problem and ignored it entirely. So the death of Charlie Kirk and the assassination of him should not come as a surprise to anyone. This should be something that everybody could have expected. All you had to do is read Twitter for an hour, and you could have told me this would have happened, of course.
I want to disagree with him and say that he's wrong, but no. I just didn't think it would happen. I was that naive and ever hopeful. Again, my weakness, naive and hopeful that people would not fall for that trap. And the thing is, now that it has happened to somebody of that influence, I want to be clear. I know people who have far larger channels than me. I don't want to see anything bad happen to them. I don't want to see anything bad happen to anybody, period. Even people who I don't know. And this seems such a perfect way to have people go after each other. This also caught my attention. As you all know, South Park just removed their episode mocking Charlie Kirk and MAGA influencers from cable in respect for Charlie Kirk after the assassination. Now, Charlie Kirk actually responded on this one here. Okay, so wait, hold on. South Park gets this right, and I think they've been watching a lot of Charlie Kirk videos. He called us a win and said we should not have said we should not have thick skin. Notice how you don't see Charlie calling for violence. All right, and here's the thing: I don't know Charlie. I can't speak for him, but I don't think he would want that video taken down. I don't think he'd want that episode taken down. I don't think he'd want that.
South Park gets this right. In fact, I think they've been watching a lot of Charlie Kirk videos. Watch.
Oh my God, what makes you think you have the right to say what I do with my body?
Let me ask you something. If a pregnant woman is killed and the baby dies too, why is the killer charged with a double homicide?
Well, because people have different beliefs.
It's not about belief, it's about truth. Science confirms life begins at conception. So yes, Jeremiah 1:5 says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. But it's just morality that demands we protect the most vulnerable.
And we got our own award show as part of South Park. I was told going in, Charlie, if they say your name, that's a big South Park.
So there you go. I don't think South Park should have done that. I mean, okay. I'm gonna stick to that. No, I don't think South Park should have done that at all. Period. Because people's emotions are running high. It's of no relation, but how apropos that today is 9/11. But my favorite episode of The Simpsons was when Homer went to New York City. Oh yeah, when he went to New York City. Shout out to my friends who live in New York City. A little bit of note before I pull a little bit more videos in here, which I want to cover the knee-jerk reaction of a lot of influencers on social media. But that episode was very fascinating. Homer just had a bad experience in New York City, and he was reliving the nightmare of having food thrown at him, being robbed, and being chased by a pimp, and then falling into the sewers of New York City, and then remarking, and that's when the chuds came after me. Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. It's a great movie. Great movie. Great movie. Great movie. Great movie. Debate me later. And one of my favorites, and I don't think I could quote it, but when the reason why Homer was there was because Barney got so drunk that he parked his car with a whole bunch of tickets by the World Trade Center. You will never see such commentary like that again. Great episode, 10 out of 10. They need to reinstate the episode. Charlie liked it. And I think Charlie would still want it up there. I think a lot of people, because he responded to it with good humor. Because when you make it on South Park, you made it. And I am worried about that too, because again, notice it's like, oh, it's got to go because it's going to make people upset. It was satire, and Charlie liked it. As he still lived, he liked the episode. Did you see Charlie Kirk saying, "Oh, take that video down because it offends me"? No, I didn't. And people are doing a disservice to Charlie. I want to pull up this video here, just to add in a little bit more of a different commentary.
Charlie Kirk was shot in Utah, giving a speech there. I just found out he's passed away. I can't believe he's dead. He was shot in the neck. Some of you might have seen an elderly man being dragged away. Turns out it was not him. Authorities don't know who did it. Violence is not the answer.
Hi, Pikas. Thank you for the comment, but you know what? That's never going to happen. I'm nobody.
This is a horrific tragedy, and we're all in danger now. This is a terrible, terrible thing to do. Violence is intellectual surrender. It's giving up and saying, I'm a loser. I don't know how to win in a battle of ideas. I'm going to resort to violence like an animal. It is the very last thing anyone who's progressive or on the left would ever do. We are for nonviolence. We are for peace. We are for our fellow human beings and humanity overall. So I don't know who did this, but whoever they are, they're a monster, and they've done something terrible. That was not just a pundit. That was a human being. I'm so sorry to the Charlie Kirk family. My heart.
Yeah, I think a lot of us should be nervous. Want to pull this up here. Hold on. Sorry about that. Let me just pull this up here, because I am again concerned with how people are going to be reacting, and people are going to be very emotional, and they should be. But everyone needs to take 2 steps back. We don't know anything about the shooter yet. We don't know anything. They're still on the run. They're still out there.
What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing where we are sympathizing with fucking murderers? What are we doing when websites are protecting people from being called fat and ugly and a whore more than we're punishing people for calling for the deaths of our senators, as well as the citizens, as well as radicalizing audiences to enact violence while recording themselves breaking the fucking law? Are we all seeing the same fucking shit online? Are we, guys? I have been banned for nearly 2 months total over the past 4 months for calling people names. Yet there are people out there calling for the deaths of other people, political figures, and attempting to radicalize and weaponize their audience to hurt people and kill them who have gone unpunished. What the fuck are we doing? What is possibly going on in the world today? This is disgusting. It is. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. It's pathetic. It's a joke. I can literally feel in real time myself becoming radicalized because this country is forcing me to.
Now, I've been seeing this more and more. People are saying I'm becoming radicalized. I'm becoming radicalized. You can't stop people from feeling how they're feeling. Can't. You definitely cannot. But I am going to point this out here. When it gets to the point to where you start reacting to the point of I'm going to be in this mindset radicalized, can you ever come back? See, the thing is, a lot of influencers, everybody, let's be clear. They got the following. They got the legions upon legions, millions upon millions of subscribers, followers, supporters, etc. And you know what? That's a lot of hard work to get to. All right. But when you build an audience like that, you're going to get people who be like, yes, I agree. I agree. How do we do this? How do we go forward? How do we stand up? I'm angry too. Call to reason here, people. Call to reason and being rational. I understand the idea of commenting and talking about what has happened yesterday. And there's a lot of reasons why to comment on this and why I'm talking about it, because I'm worried about that censorship. I am worried about overall the regulation that could happen on social media, not just for content creators, but for all of you watching, and how it can also impact the people that you know. Because right now, you got a lot of scared people out there. You have a lot of confused people out there. And there's even reports right now where just coming out, investigators say they have a high quality footage. They're not going to release it yet of the shooter. Okay, please, everybody. Like, again, we if people are going to be this hypercharged and then start hating the other, your neighbor, your brother, I'm urging everybody that does have the platforms of millions of followers, we got to be calm about this. What happened to Charlie was wrong. Definitely that. And I sure as hell don't want to see that happen to anyone on the left either. And you know something? I want to go on the record here. I condemn the people that were cheering Charlie Kirk's death. But you know what? If I see people on the right cheering or celebrating the deaths of people on the left, I will condemn them too. Okay? Resorting to violence, resorting to this, saying you're becoming radicalized and everything else. We have a privilege having these platforms, and this privilege could be taken away from us very quickly. Very quickly. I've been in these trenches now for 8 years. Let's be reasonable here. Everyone has the right to feel the way. Everyone does. I want to pull up this last video here. This is from one of the major influencers on Kick. You know, again, people, just let's be smart here.
But I'm not. Yeah, if you want to publicly say some stupid shit, then I'll make you publicly apologize for saying some stupid shit. Okay? You did do something risky. Don't do that. You posted the smoking meme 5 minutes after he passed away. Not cool, bro. And you know it's not cool. You know that's not cool, bro. So I gotta call you out for your bullshit. Okay? Risky, come on, bro. You know that wasn't cool. You know it's not funny. It did, yo, bro. I saw it and I instantly was mad. I was instantly so angry. And I was like, bro, I pay all you guys so well. It's like I pay you guys more than a regular job.
So what's the final note? Well, the final note is, well, if you're like me, if you're in this environment and you cover social media, news, politics, commentary, for the next couple of days, this story will devolve and change and adapt and separate in different segments of our society. And if people still keep on reacting in a way in which their reason is overwhelmed by their emotion or how they feel or how they're being radicalized, there will be a point of no return. I dream of better days, of simpler days ahead, and I don't think my words will change anything. But what I do hope is that we remember who we are, because once we cross the Rubicon of unending civil violence towards one another to something else, we'll have to look at future generations and wonder what we did by not preventing our own emotions from getting the better of us. Was the cost really worth it? I don't want to live a world piled of bones. I don't want that smoke. It's not in me.